The Neighbourhood Watch by Remin Gamage follows a group of homeless individuals in Windhoek, Namibia, as they navigate their daily struggles for survival. Known as the Neighbourhood Watch, the group consists of Elias, Lazarus, Omagano, Silas, and Martin. Each member has a defined role, and together, they rely on their wits, strategies, and each other to endure the harsh realities of street life. Their days begin before dawn under a bridge they call headquarters. It provides them with some protection from the elements and rival groups. The bridge, marked with the initials NW, signifies their claim to the territory. Elias, the group's leader, is the first to wake, and the morning ritual consists of washing with a shared can of water. Martin, the youngest member, often receives the least, highlighting the hierarchy within their survival unit. Elias, Lazarus, and Omagano are responsible for food collection. Elias, known as soldier or captain by restaurant kitchen staff, sometimes receives discarded but still edible food. When that fails, they turn to the bins before the sun makes the contents rot. The early morning foraging is essential as later in the day, food becomes inedible. Silas and Martin, meanwhile, search for essentials like blankets, clothes, and burnable materials. They occasionally steal items to trade or sell, pushing the limits of survival ethics. Silas is particularly prone to taking risks, much to Elias's disapproval. The Neighbourhood Watch operates on the margins of society. The public either ignores them or treats them with disdain. The group makes efforts to remain inconspicuous by maintaining some level of hygiene and avoiding areas where hostility is likely. A key figure in their interactions with society is Mrs. Bezuidenhout, an elderly woman in Amos who provides them with food, clothes, and other necessities every Sunday. Elias, however, warns against dependency, believing that while she gives, she also takes away part of their street instincts. Elias and Lazarus have learned that survival depends on strategy and knowing where to scavenge. They avoid poor neighborhoods because the people there have nothing left to discard. Wealthier areas, where people throw away usable goods, are their primary targets. This realization led them to organize their scavenging efforts by mapping out a weekly schedule for bin diving. Violence is an ever-present danger. Rival gangs mark territory, and fights over resources can be deadly. The story recalls the fate of Amos, a former member who was stabbed in a drunken altercation. His death highlights how pride can be fatal on the streets. The police, known for their brutal methods, interrogate and beat Elias and Lazarus, but ultimately let them go due to lack of evidence. This event cements their decision to avoid certain areas and maintain a low profile. Omagano is the only female in the group and faces gender-specific struggles. Sometimes, she must exchange sexual favors to access resources. While Elias and Lazarus claim her as their own, she still receives unwanted advances from Silas and Martin. Their group dynamics are built on hierarchy and power, reflecting the broader struggles of marginalized communities. Additionally, the younger members, especially Martin, experience initiation into the brutal realities of street life. This includes forced sexual subjugation, a harrowing reality that underscores the vulnerability of those new to homelessness. A central theme in the story is Elias's philosophy: there is only today. He believes that focusing on the future is a luxury they cannot afford. Everything they do is about getting through the day. This belief contrasts with Martin's occasional hopes for something better, which Elias quickly dismisses. This mindset is particularly evident when they scavenge in affluent neighborhoods. As they prepare to visit Mrs. Bezuidenhout, Elias breaks his own rule and allows himself to think about tomorrow, demonstrating how even the most hardened survivors can momentarily yearn for stability. The Neighbourhood Watch provides a raw and unflinching look at homelessness, exploring themes of survival, dignity, power, and resilience. Gamage captures the harsh realities of street life while humanizing his characters, forcing readers to confront the social structures that keep them on the margins. The story is a testament to endurance, but also a critique of a world that allows people to slip through the cracks, living day by day with no promise of a better future.